Check, check. Test two, one, two. How's everybody doing this afternoon? All right. Well, thanks for joining us once again. It's always an honor to be in front of such great Rattlers and Rattlers Online. The Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club's weekly luncheon. Thank you. For those who caught a few of our head table guests eating a little bit on the screen before I was able to adjust the camera. They're trying to hurry up so they can get up here and speak, all right? We'd like to welcome some very special guests today, and we'll get into introducing them a little later on. Uh, I was thinking about you all as soon as halftime finished Sunday. But let me just say this. That was the blackest Super Bowl halftime ever. We'll decipher it offline. We can talk about it. But just understand that was the blackest Super Bowl halftime in the history of the Super Bowl halftimes, by far. So there are a million people trying to decode everything that was in that halftime. And it'll be years from now till we figure out everything that the mind of Kendrick Lamar placed in there, but there was a lot. So yeah, they'll be all right. It turned out to be the most watched Super Bowl and the most watched Super Bowl halftime in the history. So everybody got a history lesson. While they're trying to get rid of black history, they got one right in the face. In front of the person. We don't want to say his name online. But anyway, once again, thank you for joining us here today at the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club. Our athletic director obviously is in a big board of trustees meeting on today. She's got some business to handle there with the board of trustees. We'd like to thank our CEO. If you see these very nice football schedule calendars on the table, now there was enough on every table when we started. Now, if some people went around collecting them, we're gonna shake you down at the door because you can only take a maximum of 4. I saw Leroy with a pocket full of them, so go over there and see Leroy. I'm sure he got some extra ones over there. Yes. Any more donations in, please bring them up. We're gonna do them all at one time. And we'd also like to announce that the kisses and chocolate squares that are on your tables for Valentine's Day, the kisses and chocolate squares, they were sent from California by one of our people that engages with us online, which is why we have to continue to broadcast every week. They ask why we broadcast. Well, that's why, because we're able to get support from people from across the country. And they came from June Coleman, who is a Grand Rattler, and that's Miss Norwood's sister. From Philadelphia? Okay. Well, they must be lucky then if they came from Philadelphia. Thank you, Miss June, for your donation. We certainly appreciate it. I think Leroy got a pocket full of chocolates too. We're gonna shake him down at the end of the day before he's able to leave. But but once again, these very nice schedule calendars. Our CEO, Dr. Jackson, you can thank her for producing these with the schedule. This is a handy way to have the schedule. So thank you for that, Dr. Jackson. All right, and up next, I'd like to introduce the executive director of the Rattler Boosters, Selvin Cobb.
Good afternoon. I didn't go through it right. I did it right this morning. Good afternoon. It's always a good morning because I'm so used to being out in the mornings. Um, we have a great activity, a Rattler Sports coming on board this week. Almost everything that we have that's coming in the spring is beginning to start now. But at the meantime, we want to go over the basketball schedule, and we're going to start with women's basketball. We last week we split on the road. We started at Prairie View. We won 65-48. Came over to Houston and lost a real tough game, and we lost 77-70. On this week's schedule, beginning tomorrow night, we have Alcorn State here at Lawson at 6:30, and on Saturday is the beginning of the basketball homecoming weekend, and we play Jackson State, and that game starts at 4 o'clock. So you want to be there at 4 o'clock to catch the beginning of the women's basketball game. Our our host today, one of our hosts today, is the men's basketball team, and we just want to say thank you all for what you've done for us. Uh, I think I read somewhere where we won more games, and we won more games than we won in the last 2 years. So we really want to thank you all for what you've done for us. Last week was a fantastic week. You always say that as a coach, when you go on the road, you want to you want to split on the road, and you want to win at home. Well, last week we won on the road. Okay. Uh, we went to Saturday. We went to Texas Southern. We beat them 66-64. That was in, I take that back. That was at Texas Southern, and we were in Houston, of course. And on Monday, we beat Prairie View 78-67. So actually, we won, what, 6 out of the last 7 games? That seven, seven of 8, from 7 of 8. So that's that's a great win, great win. So again, the second half of the homecoming is going to be our men's basketball team. They're going to be playing Jackson State. So again, we want you to come out and cheer our basketball team on. Women's tennis is going to be at Florida State on Sunday. Softball, we had the Mercer Invitational tournament up in Macon. We kind of fell on the hardwood that we didn't. We were 0 for 4 up there, but we played some close games. Um, on this week, we're going to be playing at the HBCU Classic. Now that's going to be in Covington, Georgia. So for those people that's online that lives in around Atlanta, or if you're going to be in Atlanta this weekend, we want you to go out and catch HBCU softball. The, there are several teams that's going to be there. We're going to play, well, at first of all, at on 214, we're going to play North Carolina A&T at 12 o'clock. On 215, we're going to play Howard at 2 o'clock, Coppin State at 4 o'clock, and on Sunday, we end up playing the University of Maryland on Eastern Shore. That's going to be Sunday at 12 o'clock. So again, if you're up and around Atlanta, uh, go out and catch the tournament at Covington, Georgia. Bowling will be at the James Brown Invitational Meet, and they're in Fort Meade, Maryland. Baseball. Friday is the grand opening of the baseball season. Okay, we will be playing Tennessee Martin, and I believe I'm not sure where they are, but they're from Tennessee and Murfreesboro. I think they're from Murfreesboro. We're gonna play there at 4 o'clock again. 4 o'clock on Friday. We're gonna play a doubleheader on Saturday, and we're gonna finish up on Sunday. And that game will be at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And on 19th, well, take that back, on the 18th, we will be playing the University of North Florida. There, that will be at home, Morris Kittle Field. And then on the 19th, the following day, we're going to take a trip down to the University of Florida. So that's the baseball for the week. Our golf tournament, it will be playing at Savannah International, in at Savannah Intercollegiate in Savannah, Georgia. And last but not least is our women and men's indoor track. Now, we don't get a chance to watch the women's and men indoor track because we don't have a track facility near us. But I want you to know that our women men indoor track are also were the 2024 SWAC championship. So we're off to a great start. Now we have had several players that already has gotten outstanding performances this year. I want to give hats off to Travion Hill, Naya Blocker, Jane Ann Smith, and Arroyo Ladson, and Alicia Douglas. All of those have gotten outstanding performances from the SWAC this year. Our next event is going to be this weekend, and they will be playing at the Windy City Invite, and they're going to be in Chicago. So those are our sports activities for the week. So if I, like I said at the beginning, if you're not doing anything, you got a lot of things to do here. Okay. So again, we want to thank you, and Lila. Okay, and that starts at what time? 4 o'clock? No, can't start. No, let's start at 12. Right, starts at 12. Okay. Okay, for the people online that's coming in town, there's going to be I think it's Tallahassee alumni, which is the Florida region is sponsoring a pregame celebration at the faculty clubhouse. And if you don't know where it is, just stop anybody and ask. Starting at 12 noon. Okay. All right. Okay. Anybody else got anything else they wanted to add? All right. Not hearing anything. Okay. Back to you, Vaughn.
All right, thank you, Selvin. All right, we got some more checks up here, but whoever else wants to bring a check, feel free to bring your check up. Some people have sent theirs in from out of town, and we've got to make our donation to FAMU Athletics. Okay? Today we have no, we actually have five very special guests. Two of the leaders of prominent programs in the history of Florida A&M University's athletics department. I say in the history of because we haven't had as great a success as of late. But but with the energy in this room, that thing has turned around. And the first one that started to turn around last year and they are continuing to excel and God, just this close on so many games. But for those real rattlers like me who've been here a couple years ago when it wasn't, we wanted to leave it the first half, it was decided. We love the rattlers, but it was hard to watch. Just being honest. But now the games they've transitioned. These games are exciting. They're playing an exciting brand of ball. They're playing hard. They're hustling, and they are putting on that pressure. We'd like to bring up and present her first before she starts on behalf of the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club. Since it is Valentine's Day, like to present everybody in here. Everybody brought some flowers in today, and we want to celebrate you and thank you for what you're doing. We know it's hard. Listen, if it's a close game and she loses, I just do like this, coach, because she's not really a happy person at all. At all. There's one thing she wants to do at a game: win. And if it's not that, it's just she's shaking her head. But coach, we're here with you. We see the improvement, and we want to let you know we're behind you. Continue building and continue to put that pressure on.
Well, I haven't been here in a while, so with 7 games left in the season, I was speaking to my young ladies. I'm a little hoarse, yes. I was speaking to them on yesterday about like what Vaughn said. We're just that close. We don't know how to finish games yet, which does get up under my skin because I knew how to close game. I was the closer on the offensive end and the defensive end. So we still searching for that piece, how to close. So yesterday, instead of dribbling the ball, I made them run and I tricked them. I told them they're gonna run for 30 seconds, and they were actually running for 2 minutes, and they didn't realize it because it's all mental. And you just have to trick these young ladies today to get to do what you want them to do. I'm not always saying that it's easy to do that because women come with emotions that make them cry sometimes. So with that being said, with 7 games left in the season, we got pivotal games on tomorrow and Saturday. We owe them. We was on the road without Sydney Hendricks when we played both of those teams, and like we said, we're just that close. But it's always about the seeding and where we want to be seated in Atlanta. Because I also told them on the 10th we was a month away from getting on the bus to go to Atlanta to do something special. Because I still believe that we're going to be able to do something special because we haven't all played on the same accord yet. So when I can find that key or that magical stick, or maybe I can have a shooting gun that teach me how to play defense the way we shooting the ball this year from the shooting gun, we can pull it out. But with that being said, I am happy that we're able to be in the position that we're in without having our point guard, our true point guard. I know y'all been asking about that, and our returning swipe all conference player in Olivia Delancey. We're doing a lot of things without them being on there. So my thing is the next woman up. I can't cry about injuries or what happened or didn't happen. All I can do is prepare my ladies and put them in the position to be able to win games. And I think my staff and I are doing a great job of putting my young ladies in a position to win every game that we've been on the floor with this season. So that's all we can do as coaches. But we always want to thank you for everything you do, the foundation, the money, everything that you do, the support. We hear it when we're home, we hear it when we're away, but you already know who I am. I'm a competitor. I hate losing more than I love winning, but I also want to win in life. So you already know my young ladies are going to be prepped for the real world when they get out there, because Lord, the new man that's in control of the world, my ladies better be ready to get out there and be able to take care of themselves. And I have 8 of those young ladies that's going to be leaving me and going on somewhere else. And I want them to be just as successful on the basketball court, in the classroom, and in society as a whole. Because all I can do is give them what was given to me from the great late Pat Summit. That's why I felt like, as a first time coach coming to do something that hadn't been done here, it didn't even bother me because I was prepped for that at the right moment. But once again, we ain't where we want to be at yet, but we coming. I already told y'all that we coming. We gonna come strong. oh, they gonna play now. I don't know how smart we gonna be at sometimes, but we gonna play hard. So now we're just trying to play smarter as a group of young ladies. So continue to support us. Uh, Congratulations to my man to the right of me on what he's doing. It was never a doubt in my mind what he was gonna be able to do. I told him that when he walked into the room. I said, you just got to learn and know who and where we at, and you'll be fine. I just say stay and run your race, and you're gonna be just fine. Cause you know, guys, I don't worry about what y'all say, cause I'm gonna put the actions speaks louder than the words. So I never come up here and say we was gonna do da 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 da. But what I promise you is that we was gonna play hard, we was gonna compete, we was gonna outwork, and I wasn't gonna bother y'all about nothing but a little bit of money every now and again. And so I do that, ask y'all for some money. But once again, thank you for all your support. Continue to support my young ladies. Um, it's love and basketball for us tomorrow. So that's the theme, love and basketball. My young ladies gonna storm the dorm tonight when we get out of practice to try to get the stands filled for Thursday and Saturday when we have a doubleheader. And I think the men are doing it on Friday. So we're just still trying to get the students out there because that's more important when peers can play in front of peers. I know we love your support, but it's more important when peers play in front of their peers. So once again, thank you, and I'm gonna turn the mic over. I don't know if I left out anything, and if I did, Vaughn and Angela let me know. But all I know is that I got a ball game to coach tomorrow. Is love and basketball, and I love basketball. So here it is.
All right. Any quick questions for Coach while she's here? Any quick questions? What are the colors for tomorrow?
Well, it's also Valentine's Day on Friday. You see, my nails are red, so I'm wearing red. I'm wearing red and black. I'm probably gonna have on some Air Jordans tomorrow, cause that was my man. He just didn't know it. Love and basketball. Saturday is homecoming. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay.
Okay. The next question was, are we going to see any difference in number 20?
Well, we hope so. Well, she might not be in the lineup tomorrow because she want to put the ball on the floor. But we hope we're gonna see something different from number 20, my 6'6" Chicago State transfer. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Well, you was asking me about my point guard and my well, they not returning this season. They gonna stay on the sideline. So we rolling and we playing point guard by committee, and we got a lot of forwards. If you haven't seen that one, we got a lot of forwards. So the plan was when I was recruiting that those young ladies that's playing point guard by committee, they was gonna come and play point guard by committee when I let my 5-2 rest. So she's out. She's not gonna be here, and that's not gonna stop us from doing what we want to do. The journey to the tourney is still intact, and y'all see that we was just 7 points away and a turnover and some other bad things against the number one team in the conference. And we had a hell of a game against Texas. I mean, excuse me, Alabama A&M at home. So we just got to learn how to close out the games. And I'm fine with what we got. We gonna roll what we got. You already know me. I ain't making no excuses for nothing. Everybody put on their suits the same way, and I'm gonna put them young ladies out there, and I'm gonna prepare them to be successful. Anybody else got anything? Cause you know I got a solution for it, right? I know y'all done figured that one out. I was raised by the best.
All right, Coach. I think y'all was scared to ask her questions. Y'all normally intimidate from that side, but I think everybody was sitting back in the chair like, I'm not finna ask, Coach. Coach, thank you very much. We appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow and this weekend. And coming up next is a guy that, for some reason, before I even knew him, something in me said this could be the guy. The evidence is in an article I wrote way back in April that said this could be the right fit for FAMU. His background, part of it was his background, and part of it was how he came in that introductory press conference like Denzel, like, what? Throw it at me. What? We gonna do this, and I don't want to hear about it. And it's interesting when he went to the SWAC basketball media day. Had a couple people call me and say, "Man, y'all coach, he kind of arrogant. He kind of they said that. They said he kind of arrogant." That man actually said there will be circumstances where they might have a layup and they might kick it out for a 3-point shot. And let me tell you, there were at least 3 people from different SWAC schools and one from the SWAC office called me and told me that coach said that. But guess what? We passing up layups for 3, and it's working. It's working. They're playing Prairie ball right now, and these coaches. Also, the second thing, after I even wrote the article, they invited us to practice. What's the number one thing everybody in here hates doing at the Lawson Center? But no. What's the number one when you walk in the Lawson Center? What's one of the things you hate doing? Climbing them stairs. So what coach did in practice, he was having this drill, and they were playing the 5. And the team that lost had to run them stairs. So you know them boys were playing hard. I was like, man, that's brilliant. But it has translated into a turnaround of one of the historically great programs at Florida A&M University in a short period of time. One of the reasons our director of athletics isn't here is because she's at a board of trustees meeting where he comes up on that meeting. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce the head coach of the Florida A&M men's basketball team, Coach Patrick Crary II. Coach, we didn't buy you flowers, but we got you something for you and the wife to help you out. We know you've been on the road. You might not have had time to shop, but
thank you guys for having us again. First, we're gonna introduce my staff. You know, a lot of my name is in the headlines for a lot of reasons, and our staff is really why we're doing the things we're doing. And so, we got three young black men that will be collegiate head coaches, and one day a lot of people are gonna be calling them. And so, the first is LeBrent Walker. LeBrent's from Queens, New York. He played for me. I picked him up from the China bus in D.C. He had one bag with him, and I've loved him ever since. He worked with me, played for me for 2 years, worked with me, went to LSU, worked there, worked at AZ Compass, a great guy, a great young man, a great father, very proud of LB. The next is Gio Woods. Gio played professional basketball for 10 plus years. He was a coach last year, the head coach of the prep school at Mount Verde Academy, the #1 prep school in the country, the #1 school in the country. He was also an assistant coach on that staff. So Cooper Flagg, who will be the #1 pick in the draft, was trained by Gio. So Gio's a great guy, a great man, has blessed me. I've learned a lot from him and very happy to have him. And the last guy is Fred Limas. Fred's been my right-hand man. We started together. I was a 26-year-old head coach who knew nothing, thought he knew everything. And Fred was 22, and he ain't know nothing. I ain't know nothing either. And so, we dreamed about opportunities like this. Our first game together, we were up 4 on Delaware State. We took over a terrible program. We're up 4 on Delaware State with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. Lost the game, bad coaching. And we knew we would be on the stage one day. And so definitely appreciate Fred, would not be here without him. Now, y'all know I'm with the energy, okay? So first thing, we got to exercise. We got to all do this together, a little exercise here, okay? On 3, I need you to clap as loud as you can on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Last thing, I want to say defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. That's all you got to do at the game. That's all you got to do at the game. Wasn't hard. Wasn't hard. Okay, now we won 7 out of 8 before those games were on the road that we wanted to run. And right now, I'll be honest with you, I prefer being out there because it's tough. And I got the crowd to go after. I got energy with them. Our guys have a chip on their shoulder. We play with a toughness and an edge, and we like that fight in battle. We come home. We need to feel the love. When I got here, people said if you win, they will come. We winning, or it's time to come. It's 7 out of 8 games. It's 7 out of 8 games. It's the students, but it's the community. The barbershop. They talk about us in the barbershop. Stop cutting hair, come over. You close at 6 anyway. Like, so I'm not going for y'all know me, I'm not going for none of that. Like, we said we were gonna do, all I asked you to do is do what you said you were gonna do. And we need your support. You guys make a difference. It's 7 to 8 points per game. I'd rather have your presence than your pockets. I'd rather have your presence than your pockets. I'm asking for your time because the guys need that. They need your money too. Don't get it twisted. But we really need you guys at the game, and we appreciate all the support. Start off the season in conference play 0-3, battle some injuries. Also, a new staff trying to figure it out, understand the level, understand the conference. We got healthy once we understood the conference more. We won 7 out of 8 games. The game we dropped was our fault. You know, they're a good team. They just beat Southern, the #1 team in the league. But there's also a maturation of understanding how to win, how to conduct yourself. And our program, just in the last 10 years, hasn't had that on a regular basis. Um, and so it's tough. It's tough to really understand how to win, understand what it's about. And so our guys are now doing that, performing at a high level. We had a great weekend in Houston. Our alumni gave us so much support in Houston and in Jackson. And we had a great trip there, you know, going to Jackson and beating Alcorn State down 20, coming back winning that game. And then we controlled the Jackson State game. Um, Came home, played well against Alabama A&M, lost to State by 1. And then Texas Southern, I thought we played pretty well to win that game. And then I thought we played really well against Prairie View in the last game. So our team is evolving. First semester, 3.01 grade point average for our whole entire team. Clap for that. And we have 6 graduates this year. So we have 6 guys that will graduate this year. So um, that's big. But, so I like where we're continuing to mature as a team, we continue to grow as a coaching staff. Our relationships are becoming better with our players, our staff, and everybody's growing at the same time. So I feel like we're just now, I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like we're just turning the corner to get where we need to be. We have a long way to go. We have a lot of games left, and our goal is to get this thing done. And so we need your support, and we definitely thankful for everything you've done. I see a lot of you at the games. Thank you for coming to the games. If I see you at the game, I try to acknowledge you and tell you thank you for coming. I know it's things that you all have to do. I understand your time is precious, and so we do appreciate everything that you have. But like I tell my players, I want more. Like I expect perfection from our players. We were trying to go 10 out of 10 on everything. We don't want to lose anything. Like I don't want to lose anything. We battle about stuff every single day, just because it's that competitive edge. And that one comment about arrogance, arrogance, confidence is arrogance to people that are insecure. So our confidence as a staff and as a program comes from the work that we put in, the work ethic that we have. I woke up this morning on the treadmill for an hour and I'm watching film for that hour. There does not go any time. I'm on them all the time about everything and it's annoying. But as we try to reach the level that we believe that we can be and the best that we can be for Florida A&M University as a program as a whole and for the entire HBCU culture, and we have to be perfect. So we're working on that. We're working daily. We're growing, and we're just looking forward to continue to build here. Questions?
All
I know
right.
we got questions.
All right. With the questions, we will repeat the questions.
Oh, thank you. The first thing is thank you for the iPads. Okay, thank you for the iPads. Thank you for the iPads.
Yeah.
So
We actually have another one for you that came in late. You remember they were back ordered? We
yeah,
got another one for
thank you. So we're doing so for instance, just so you have an example, at home, when we're at home, we have a TV up. We'll practice. I'll take all the guys to the TV and say, this is how they run the play. They'll watch the TV. Then we'll go back, we'll walk through the play, then we'll practice against the play. On the road, we don't have access to TV. So I'm on the court on the road with my iPad and I'm watching the play. I'm telling them what to do. I'm bringing a guy to the side. Hey, come here. Look, see how he does this? This how he does that. So it's helped us tremendously in our prep. It has helped us get wins. So it was something that was really helpful to our program, and we definitely appreciate the iPads. Thank you.
All right. So the question is, in relation to Coach yanking, the word used was yanking, but yanking players quickly out of the game, and he's able to show them on the iPad what was going
and
wrong.
and then have conversation. Bridget talked about emotions. Like emotions are through all of us. How you manage and you can how you manage and control your emotions really is the key to how successful you're going to be. Because your emotions are usually just based upon your ego. So with our guys, we'll take them out for a second, talk to them, relax. Like, bro, it's 17 minutes to go in the game. You turn the ball over, relax, calm down, go get back in the game. So that's a lot. We'll bring you out really quick and then put you right back in. Recruiting for next year? Yeah, we've been recruiting. We've been actively recruiting. We've offered a ton of guys. It's been a little, for lack of better words, especially with the 25 kids, a little difficult just on the predicament that we're currently in. And so we've done a really good job. I mean, I hired Gio and LeBrent because they work with two of the top 25 high school programs in the country. So their relationships all throughout the country are there. So we've talked to a lot of 25s, and they're on our radar. But of course, we're going to look in that portal. I mean, you look at the guys we have right now: Sterling Young, portal; Milton Matthews, portal; Caleb Washington, portal. These are good guys and good players. And they're older, more mature. But we would like to get some young guys there, specifically from the state of Florida, something that we're really targeting this year, so we can get a couple guys from the state.
Coach, from online, you have a basically a comment from Chuck Hunt. It just says checking in from Monroe, Louisiana. He watched the Texas Southern game on YouTube. Uh, Tell Coach I said congratulations, and I see hope in his program. As I see the improvement, the players seem to start buying into his system down there.
And I think we all have. I mean, just we've all bought into each other. We bought into our players as well. I think everybody thinks the players have to conform to the coach. In this day and age with options, and NIL and transfer portal, you also got to figure out how to get to your players. And a lot of that is getting over yourself, getting over, your little ego, and making sure you're able to really communicate and work the relationship to move forward.
Also, from Coach Mike Reed, I call him Coach Mike Reed because Coach Mike Reed has a comment for everything. With it, Vaughn let Coach Crary and Gordon know that we've pledged 10 cents for every point scored in their victories. So Coach Pressure has generated $54.96 and Coach Crary $85.10 so far. And that
Thank you.
comes from Michael Reed.
Thank you very much, Coach.
His
Thank you,
money,
Coach.
his money's good.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Coach. Thank you, Coach. Y'all let me off the hook today. I got to keep winning.
I think Bridget scared him.
Well, thank you guys so much. Women's game tomorrow. Please come support our ladies. I call her BG because she's the big boss in our office. She's the big boss in the office on that left side. You go to that left side, you gotta like, can I come in? And so come support BG and the ladies. And then I think Saturday will be a really good day for everybody. Coach, Angela's done a fabulous job with the game experience. She's been very good to me. And so I really appreciate that. Thank you guys. Thank you.
All right. Coach Crary got me looking like a genius on the web. Anyway, before we get into the checks that we've received today, um, we like to make. Can I get the CEO up here with me, please, to help do this? Let's give a round of applause for our CEO, Dr. Geraldine Jackson. This is truly a labor of love for her. You have no idea the things that go on behind the scenes, and she really works hard and is very thoughtful. Remember, if you don't have a schedule, see Leroy on the way out. Tell him to give you one of them he got in his pocket. You know, back when Mr. Jackson decided that the 220 Quarterback Club should embark on $1 million campaign to help FAMU athletics, some people immediately answered the call, even before we had any formality to it. One of those people always gave to FAMU athletics and the 220 Quarterback Club since it started, and that was the late Eddie Hoggebrook. He was a great friend of the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club, which is why, and she probably wondering, why did they pick me up for the 220 Quarterback Club today? But his wife, Miss Vera Hoggebrook, is here, and we're not gonna make you walk up here. We're gonna come to you, but we want to celebrate you on this Valentine's Day with just a little token from the members of the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club. We circled everybody up and told them to bring in flowers today. And now we have a flower shop back there because we could never use all those. But thank you. Thank you. We'll figure it out. And that was also Mr. Jackson's walking buddy. They walked all the time with Mr. Jackson, Mr. Hoggebrook. So they solved all the world's problems every morning when they were out there walking. All right. Mm. I normally bank head bounce when I get checks in. I'm gonna have to break dance. I got a lot of checks up here today. I'll put the mic down first. All right. Yeah. Uh, from our own Wilma Wiggs, her $500. Thank you. And from the other half of our accounting duo, Mr. Aldrich Borders, $500. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gary Goodwin, another payment on his, another $100. Thank you, Gary. These checks at, if you're at home saying, man, I don't have $1,000 to give, you can pay on time. We'll take on time. Trust me. Just start, sit, lay away, whatever you want to call it. We will take that. Account number 2649 in the FAMU Foundation. Pay along the way, and we appreciate every, trust me, we appreciate every check. Every person that takes a moment to write a check is important because you're saying I support FAMU and I support these coaches and their student athletes. Jalori Williams is our newest Grand Rattler. Jalori Williams from Orange Park, Florida. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, the recent chairwoman of the Leon County Commission, Attorney Carolyn Cummings, $500. Thank you, Chair Cummings. Josie B. Smith, $200. Thank you, Josie. Thank you. C.D. Crosby Harley, it's $100, and in the memo it says Grand Rattler payment. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have to give it all at one time. It adds up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, my man Jimmy McDaniel sent in $20. Jimmy Mac, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, somebody trying to show people up in here. You know, he the first one to ask a question. With this, I'm gonna start by question and answer period, going over to him and giving him the mic. O'Neal Jackson, Cleo, and O'Neal Jackson Sr. $1,500. Thank you, boss man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Well, I'm gonna let Coach Cozy know that so he won't be scared of boss man. Just listen to the man. He putting his money where his mouth is. And to me, that's what it's all about. It's a lot of people, a lot of chatter. This gives you privilege to me to complain. If you don't put into this, I don't really hear you. That's just me. I don't really hear you. If you're not helping us get better, that chatter ain't doing nothing but making us worse. If I could get Dr. Jackson up here one more time, please.
Hello, you hear me now? Okay, anyway, I was telling you, at this funeral, they get up and they be saying things about person who passed away. They be saying good things all the time. They be saying good things. And they was steady talking. This lady was there, her husband passed, and they was saying all this good thing, and she looked around, and hit her son, said, go up there and see if that's your daddy.
All right, Leroy. That's good. That's a good one there. That is a good one there. Dr. Jackson, can you please come up here with me? Mhm. This young lady is the definition of dedication. To carry on something so uh, overwhelming as the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club is it's a commitment. It really is a commitment. It's not just coming in here on Wednesdays. It's actually working 7 days a week. And all the years that Mr. Jackson was there bringing this club along, his right hand has continued and we've excelled and we've continued his vision, which has helped our university and our athletics department. So since this is the first year he's not able to provide what he would do on Valentine's Day, all of us got together. That's why everybody was walking in with flowers today. We waited till you were out of the room last week, and then let me tell you, when Miss Barbara Norwood tell you to do something, everybody in here did their assignment this weekend. Thank you, Miss Norwood, for the initiative and arranging all of the flowers and all of that. But Dr. Jackson, all of these are for you. We just want to say thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, and thank you for all that you've done dedicated to support Florida A&M University athletics. Oh, and we got a crown. And and her birthday is Friday on Valentine's Day. So I will not be leading this. I will just count down and then I'm gonna pull the mic down. We're gonna sing happy birthday on the count of three. One, two, three. Next time when we sing happy birthday, I'm gonna ask the people that never been in a choir not to sing.
Thank you all so very, very much. And I want to share this with my other February members. So the rest of y'all sit down and let my other February members stand up. Wilbur Johnson,
Hold on, you got to make a wish and blow out the candle. Miss Norwood thought of everything. All right.
Wilbur, Vicky Johnson, Corky Norwood, and I have the same birthday. Yeah. So who else? Oh, who? Who? Tina? Oh yeah, Tina. Hey, okay, so let's hear it for them too. Happy birthday. On the count of three, I wish we make this $1 million go.
Yeah. Look, we all need a candle for that one. We got work to do, but
Thank you.
but I want to just let us not lose focus in what the mission of the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club is. We love to have fun. We absolutely love to have fun, but we have a mission, and everybody who's been here has been here a long time. We have got to continue to raise these funds. We've got some great um, matching opportunities and some larger donations coming in. But that does not mean we can take the pedal off asking your friends, your frat brothers, your family, your church members. Don't ask your exes. We're not going to get into that one. No, don't say we did that. But just ask anybody. Mr. I just cannot express how happy I am of what, and a lot of people have done things. Mr. Spencer has asked, look like everybody he knows. He comes with checks or people send checks and say, please let Spencer know that we sent our check. We got to borderline harass people. It's not for me. It's not for you. It's to support these coaches and our 300 plus student athletes so that they can get the result on Saturdays or whatever day they play that we want. A lot of people, I get in trouble when I say this, but I'm going to say it anyway because I got the money. If you bleed orange and green, you should invest some of your green to make that orange brighter and that green tighter. I believe that. They just celebrated our band, and part of this donation will assist our band as well when we reach our goal. The band of the year. Do y'all realize how difficult a navigation that is? We, we've got a great university. Name another university that has the academic and athletics going like we do at Florida A&M. Name one. They might have, there's some schools with a lot of athletic prowess, but where are they ranked? By far, Florida A&M University is the school that has it all together. But in order to stay when you're at the top, you got to work harder. You got to work harder because everybody's aiming for you. So I want to challenge everybody in this room and in the sound of my voice and those that are online that'll watch live or see me on replay. The account number at the FAMU Foundation is 2649. We are trying to raise $1 million for our Department of Athletics to handle a few past things, but to move forward. So my ask today is that every Rattler support in some way. All right, that's it. Miss Norwood, come on up here. We got a couple more presentations.
Okay, we have a great leader, and we need to thank our leader for his leadership, and we have a bouquet of flowers for your mother. Okay, and we have a bouquet of flowers for Wilma. You know, there's really more good in the world than bad. And Valentine's Day is a time for love. But in order for us to really know about the good, then we all have to stand up and be good.
Amen. Thank you, Wilma. Oh, yeah, yeah.
One more. Uh, Valentine's Day is my husband's birthday, so I have to give him a card too.
Oh, oh, Mr. Corky. Mr. Corky over there, you smiling now, huh? Hey, thank you all. If you leave here and have any doubt that we're doing what our ancestors and our former great rattlers would like us to be doing right now, then maybe you didn't see or hear what was going on. Two of our future successes are right here with us. Very inspiring to hear both of them. Very inspiring to see because we saw they don't have to say what they did. We were at the games for years, and we they don't have to say it what they did. So we appreciate you all, Coach Gordon. Tomorrow, what time is the game? Tomorrow at 6:30. We need everyone to pack the Lawson Center, and then basketball homecoming. Uh, Jackson State Saturday, 4 and 6. We already know what that's got to be. And then Monday, the men will come back at 7 o'clock. Our baseball team is opening up at home. I was out watching the baseball team with Coach Jamie Shoup. Softball team is going to find their footing. You already know that. Softball team will find their footing. Coach Ellenwood, we've been trying to get him, but he's been too busy out there breaking all the FAMU's records. Boy, he has some real sprinters on that team. That our 100-meter dash record in the history of FAMU was broken this year by one of the athletes. So at some point we'll have Coach Ellenwood here. Our defending national champion golf team is about to embark on their 2025 campaign, and we're just excited. It's a great day to be a Rattler. Thank you all for coming, and we will see you all next week.